Hi guys, it's 2 days before August and everything's quiet in the greenhouse. There's no sound, not even a mouse. But this is what I've learned in 2 years of gardening in Cape Breton. Last year we had lots of sun, everything grew well in the greenhouse. Outside it was okay, but this is what I've learned so far. When it comes to tomatoes in a greenhouse, they do very well. I mean, Cape Breton's been damp, dark, cloudy all summer. These tomatoes are half the size of what they were last year, and it's the same tomatoes I'm using, but they're still growing. I'm still getting a lot of fruit. You can see tomatoes everywhere. You know, I mean, they're half grown, but you can see tomatoes everywhere. So next year, instead of getting green peppers that been suffering all summer, I'm just going to build another box on this side and grow more tomatoes and like sunflowers and stuff that grows easy. My roses were attacked by aphids. One rose bush almost died. It's not doing so well, but I think it's coming back slowly. So that kind of stuff you gotta watch, but they seem to grow in, you know, cold weather or whatever, as long as you fertilize. These are all potted vegetables, by the way, and I fertilize them once a week with 20-20-20. And it really did well last year, so I did it again this year, and it's doing okay. But outside, I can't even get an onion to grow. These are all onions, and they're not growing. My peppers, a lot of them are dying. I'm getting all these, I don't know, funguses and black spots and aphids and everything. My cucumber patch is just twigs with flowers, basically. I mean, they should be all vined and twined and everything by now, but I'm not getting nothing. But the green beans, they grow in pretty much any kind of weather. Last year they did well. This year is very crappy with weather, and they're still growing. I've been getting beans for the last 2 weeks. It's basically all I've been eating from my garden right now is beans, which I don't mind because I prefer beans over peppers anyways. I'm just trying to figure out what I can grow. And like my little wagon radishes, they're doing very well. I guess they don't need sun. The carrots are starting to come out. And I barely fertilize this stuff. I don't even think you have to fertilize, but I just do it anyways a bit. And the cucumbers too, I don't fertilize that much, but I still do because they need them. But it's so cold and damp that and cloudy that nothing's growing. I mean, nothing's getting the sun that it needs. It barely hit 25 degrees all summer. We were wearing Under Armour in July. So I think next year what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add 2 extra rows of these beans, and that should feed us all summer. My family, I've got 9 people in the house. I could even add 3 rows just to make sure, and we'd have beans all summer. And I don't mind beans. I mean, they're healthy, full of fiber and protein, so, you know. But all the rest of this stuff I'm not even going to mess with anymore. I'm probably going to just grow beans and tomatoes and flowers. So basically, in 2 years of growing in Cape Breton, that's what I've learned. Anything in a greenhouse does well. Everything outside, you're just taking chances. It's going to depend on the weather and the sun. Could be those BC fires with all them smoke and all that causing all this stuff. I don't know. But looks like next year I'll be eating tomatoes and beans and just growing flowers and stuff. So, yeah. In 2 years, this is what I've learned. Beans and tomatoes. Cape Breton is root vegetable country. Probably, I'm from Quebec, right? And we pretty have everything we have by July because it's so friggin' hot and sunny. But this probably explains why in PEI and And Cape Breton, all we get is turnip and carrots, because that's pretty much all that grows. But yeah, I mean, if you got a greenhouse, you're better off with tomatoes. So I'm going to utilize my greenhouse as much as I can next year and just grow a row of tomatoes here and probably put a box in the back, and whatever is left in space in this middle here, I'll just start whatever I want, like flowers and stuff, and then put them outside. So it's a gamble, huh? Gardening is a gamble. It's all about the weather and it's all about the conditions. But the green beans, they grow in anything. I mean, I'm very happy about that because they're cheap to get. They're easy to maintain. They don't get bugs. The tomatoes never get bugs. Everything else is getting aphids and whatever, except tomatoes and beans. So, and the radish, of course. But so if you want to be successful in Cape Breton, get a greenhouse and grow some beans and radishes. You don't have to get an expensive greenhouse like this. Next spring, I'm doing another one, but I'm going to put it right here. And I'm going to convert a carport into a greenhouse. It'll be a lot cheaper. The structure will be a lot stronger because it's all metal frame. And this way I can hang a bunch of stuff from the ceiling. Poles and like vine vegetables and whatever. Probably tomatoes again. And, you know, try my luck with that. So, August, and this is where I'm at. I think a lot of people in our area are having a lot of problems with their gardens, and so far in 2 years this is what I've learned, and I guess next year we're eating tomatoes and beans. So it's, you know, you gotta adapt, I guess. You can't just pray and hope for sunshine. You gotta grow stuff that's gonna grow in whatever climate and hope for the best. Thank you very much. Eskasoni Soul Food Kitchen, doing our best.